Hello everybody. So I've been trying to make this video for several weeks now, and every time I try to make it, something goes wrong. So hopefully it goes well today. I'm not sure how great the lighting is, but we'll just roll with it. So I've actually got a lot to talk about. The first thing is the concerning video title. And don't get too alarmed, but yes, the Turtle Creek Racing series is ending. However, I will be starting a new series on a new channel this winter. So I'll talk about that more later in the video, but for now I'm going to talk about the Turtle Creek Racing series and why that is ending. So I did the Turtle Creek Racing series for 3 years and 7 seasons, and I had a lot of fun making it, and it was a lot of fun, and I will definitely continue making NASCAR stop motion races probably for a very long time. But I have decided to end the Turtle Creek Racing series for a number of reasons. The first reason that I'm ending the Turtle Creek Racing series is because of the amounts of fun that I've been having over the past few seasons, and basically what I'm trying to say is that the first few seasons of the Turtle Creek Racing series was a lot more fun for me than what the last 2 seasons have been. I just really enjoyed making the first 5 seasons a lot more. And also kind of the second reason, which these 2 reasons kind of tie into one bigger reason. I'll tell you that one in a minute, but the second reason is due to the frame rate and the inconsistency of the speed of the cars. You guys have pointed that out to me, and I'm very thankful for that. And I'll tell you that it's not the actual frame rate that's been struggling so bad, it's actually the amount that I'm moving the cars. And I'm moving them like a lot sometimes, and then they look like they're going really fast. Or sometimes I'm moving too slow or too little, and then they end up, the cars just look too slow. And the frame rate has been about the same through all 7 seasons of the Turtle Creek Racing series. It's been about 17 frames per second in every race. But it's the amount that I'm moving the cars, and that kind of is because of the big reason, which is there's just too many cars that I've had in the Turtle Creek Racing series in the past few seasons, and 22 cars is just too many for me. I had way more fun when I only had like 8, 9, 10 cars, and the frame rate also looks a lot better. If you go back and watch Season 4, which was my favorite season to make, the cars are perfectly smooth, the perfect speed, all the way through the season, from race 1 to race 10. It's very consistent, unlike what the last few seasons have been, and it's just because of the cars. I can't focus on 22 cars that I have to move between each picture. That's just, it's kind of too much for me, and it's kind of taken away the fun a little bit. So now you're probably wondering about this new series that I'm going to be doing, and I don't really know how to explain it that well, but hopefully it's going to be very similar to Season 4 of the Turtle Creek Racing series, except with way better tracks and with different cars. The cars that I will be using in my new series are going to be cars from the late 1990s, but throughout the seasons that I do, the cars will gradually change. Like you will see probably in like the 3rd season, you'll see cars from the early 2000s racing, and then in later seasons the COT will come, and then after that races for a few years, then the Gen 6 car will come back, but that's a long ways into the future. Basically, it's going to be a stop motion series with kind of some evolution to the cars. So we're going to start with guys like Mark Martin and Bill Elliott and Terry Labonte racing for the championship, and then we're just going to kind of move through Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson and all the way up to the present day, which again, that'll be several years in the future, but I thought that was a really cool idea, so that's something that I really wanted to do, and that I didn't think about, of course, when I started stop motion races a little over 3 years ago. So that I'm really excited for that, and like I said earlier, that will be on a different channel, so not on this channel. There will be a link in the description below. I'll remind you at the end of the video about it. And yeah, so it's going to be a different channel, a completely different series than what you've probably seen before. However, the racing will look quite familiar to you, and some of the tracks. It's all going to be very similar. The tracks will be pretty much the same as what the Turtle Creek Racing Series has been. And actually, they will be a little bit better, but it'll be racing just like what the Turtle Creek Racing Series used to be back in Season 4. That's something that I didn't mention a minute ago that I probably should have, is that the racing in Season 4 was way better than what the racing in Season 6 and 7 was. Yeah, there wasn't very much passing, especially for the lead in Season 6 and 7, but if you go back and watch Season 4, which I highly recommend that you do that, that you will see that the racing was just so much better. Like, drivers could pass, and they can go from the back of the pack to the front of the pack in just a few laps. It was a lot better racing. And that's what I really want to go back to with this new series that I'm making. So the last bit of news that I'm going to tell you is the name of this new series. And the name is going to be the Copperhead Cup Series. I really like snakes, and I thought the name Copperhead Cup Series had a really nice ring to it, so that's what I went with. I will be revealing the logo probably within the next week, and that's pretty much it for this video. So I want you guys to leave me your initial thoughts in the comments below, and tell me what you think of all this, whether you like it or you don't like it. And I guess I'll see you in a week for the Copperhead Cup Series logo reveal. And don't forget to subscribe to the new Copperhead Cup Series channel. There's no content on there yet, but that'll be in the description below.